Hey guys, it's Shapeshifting Tree here, and well, I'm back with more Final Fantasy IV. You know, they only give you a whole lot to do in the second run through. There's not much. I mean, I am really struggling to figure out how to do anything interesting with. There's not much I can really say about this game. There's not much it holds past its. Well, there's not much to say. There isn't really much to say about it in the post-game run. A lot of it is the same stuff that the game has done before. There's really not a lot of difference, with the exception of the two super bosses, which I will go over. The Zgurion is, I'll go over his stats now, since not much is happening. I know it's a bit early for it, but if you were getting near the end, and I'll probably go over it when I find him, but since he turns up, I'll go over him when we're really gonna, he only turns up on two places: the tower, the place where you became a paladin, and the place where you fight the archfiends again. Alright. You know what happens here? Remove all this stuff. This is the same thing you do. That's what you do here. Not really much to say about this, to be honest. I haven't said before. Your Bez. I wish these scenes were voice acted. Just saying. It would be better if they actually voice acted these, because I can't replicate their voices. I'm not a good replicator of voices. I tend to leave it to the writing to do that. I don't read out my text because I can't do a good voice. So, yeah. Now, if you want me to try, you release words. No, I can't do a good girl's voice, I guess. As twisted as your soul. You know, let's just count up the damage here while we're watching this cutscene. I know I'm breaking thing, but you should have already seen this in the other one, but I might have said this, but let's just count out the damage here for record of actually how much health he comparison to his actually boss fight. That was like 3,506, I think, something like that. Tell me if I missed that. That's 506, something like that. Time to go. I think most of his spells do roughly the same. 3, 4, 3, 9. Yeah, that should have killed him. He's only got 999 health. Each of his spells should have done over 3,333, so that should have killed him there. Just for reference. Because you're not supposed to be at this level at this point. I must admit, Meteor must be pretty hefty. Now, it's odd. Why can Teller do so much power with this that none of the other characters can? Like, you see, I've used Meteor in this game before with the other characters, and it does, like, 3,000. Honestly, the only character who learns Meteor, other than Teller, is Rydia and Fusoya. And Fusoya sucks, and Rydia learns at level 80. Why would you go through all that trouble to learn Meteor? Unless you find the super boss, so you're not going to even know Meteor. In fact, you're probably not going to know. You might know Flare. Meteor, that's level 80. How could he not be prepared for something like this? Also, how did it not kill him again? No, sorry. Excuse me a moment.
Why now stay your hand?
You, but how? We will finish this another time.
Cecil! You alright?
Yes, I'm fine, but Tella...
I say we still could have beaten Golbez right now. If we all worked together.
I brought this on myself, letting hate consume me soul. Please, avenge Anna.
Tella! No!
Come on! Open your eyes, you old fool! Oh, Tella. Rest then with that daughter of yours.
Tella, we will avenge your death and Anna's. I swear it.
That becomes kind of complicated later on. Oh. Technically, you don't really need these a second of mine. Like, what are you going to even use these for? I don't need a second of most of those. I'll keep them, but there's not really much point to having a second of most of those. So, speak to him. Drop the scratch, so... I would never have tried to hurt Rosa. I would give him that. Oddly enough, this all... Actually, now that I think about it, in the grand scheme of them, this crystal collecting really did nothing for the villain. Like, seriously, it did literally nothing for him. Alright, well, there's not much I could do here, but a few things I could do, for starters. That, and that. Not that, that. For him. Rosa. Okay, get rid of you for... dual cast. Omnicasting. HP plus 50. Anything else I want? No, that's all those things. Now this just means she's gonna have a little more HP for the rest of the game, which is actually very, very useful for... And I give her dual cast to keep up with the healing that's gonna be needed. Alright, now, with that said, set up. Everyone's been set up. You know, I got to admit that probably she's not the most dangerous of the archfiends. Like, honestly, she's probably the weakest when you first fight them. Particularly in the DS version. I mean, I could even say that Scar McLion's more annoying, because first you have to fight him twice, two, he will back attack, you have to be prepared. If you're not prepared, you will die pretty quickly. He hits decently hard, plus, particularly in the DS version, he actually... You have to use your flame bonds on him, or else it just count all your magic. So, in other words, he's actually probably one of the more annoying ones, particularly in the DS version. She's annoying, but really it's more of a just a... As long as you don't attack with that and just keep up the healing, this fight goes pretty smoothly. Only, this is probably the easiest fight, to be honest, out of all the 4 archfiends. Without a doubt, this one's the easiest. I'm gonna pretty much say that, that's just the easiest. You know what? I might go for a cry. You can focus. Considering that's on attack, slow, and then shell. on everybody. You're gonna defend. There's not really much I can do here with some of the characters. Slow them down. And then chill everyone so we got some protection. Ow. That hurt. Jump. You focus. Defend. Rosa, you gotta cure everybody. Twice. Damn, Maelstrom. It's probably one of her more nasty tricks, but other than that's literally pretty much the only thing that she really has going for her. I mean, literally. Pretty much the only thing. Because of where her levels, because of where Rosa's levels at, she's only gonna know Cure. But with some quick and careful timing, you're gonna clear this fight up pretty fast. This is not the toughest of the archfiends. In fact, I'd say this is probably one, if not the weakest. I mean, look at that. That's pretty much. I clearly am over leveled here, but seriously, just look at how bad. I already, with a full focus, I'm gonna heal him. See, I'm just gonna heal Cecil. And then I'm gonna give Kane a cure. Because that'll do for him. Yang, focus. Really? Malvika? Look at how weak Malvika's just. She takes so much damage at this point, so it's not even really a danger. Okay. You jump. Honestly, this fight goes pretty easily. It's probably one of the easiest fights. There's not much to say about this game in its post-game one that I haven't said previously. It's literally the same game. The game gives you very little post-game changes. Essentially, it's just basically an easier version of the first time you get through it, really. And for all intents and purposes, that's literally all you have from that. This should end it pretty quickly. Yep. It's not a tough fight. Big if you do what I do, it's pretty easy. All these fights get pretty easy right now. You know, the boss fights then later in the game actually a challenge, but if you know what you're doing, I think the first one of those is Ruben Kenny. Is really the one that really is going to give you any sort of challenge. He's the only one. Frida. Do you know he was possessed? Or maybe he didn't forget, or did she forget that? I'm sorry, it's just... Okay. Just for the record, that Barbica, no doubt, will be destroyed by Ruben Kenny. Like, Ruben Kenny would win. Just Inferno. Her lightning wand compares nothing to his Inferno. You know, it's really funny, but I still don't understand why you stopped there. Is it still at some part of... I mean, even at the end of the game, that never is really... I mean, I understand, if you've seen the other one, I can understand why, but it never really explains why he hesitates here. The game never fully explains why did he not kill Cecil here. There's not enough reason to explain it fully. There's some, but not enough to make it a fully fledged good enough reason. You know what happens at the end of the game, and you can make up your own theories about it, but I still don't fully understand it. Yeah, because if you know what happens at the end of the game, you know either that he should not really be like that. I thought there was something happening there for a second. Never mind. Okay, well, let's move on. Yeah, I'm speeding through all this stuff because there's not really a lot to say about it. This game pretty much, you know, I gotta go and get the whirlwind argument, but there's literally no reason for me to get it right now. You can say that this game starts to get kind of samey after a while in your post-game run, because there's not much you can really, unless you're going after 100% completion, there's not really much you're gonna do in your second game. Really, there isn't. It's just not much. Now, you can grade up your characters, but I'm not gonna bother. They're fine. Because of it, the other characters who are not high enough level, they'll get there. But, so let's just continue on with this. What is that thing? Chuck that in there like you're supposed to. For some reason. Okay. I can't believe we, you know, how accidental that was. You just hold this stone, suddenly it starts heating up for some reason. I mean, okay, let's just imagine for a second, if you were in any reasonable, assuming there's not a video game, how the heck did they figure out how to do this? Honestly. How would you have imagined if you were making this into a TV show or something? How did they figure this out? Like, did they just go all over the world looking for weird things? Because it's never explained how they figured that out. They never explain it, and it boggles me a little that they don't bother explaining how did we figure. How would you have actually logically figured this out? Let's throw this random rock into this hole. Right. Okay. The question is, why did we not figure this out earlier? It doesn't make sense why we didn't figure this out earlier. I know I'm not saying the most interesting comedy, but there's not much you can really say about this game that hasn't already been said. Really. Not much you can say. I still don't know why we don't go around these guys. It still makes no sense. We could go around this fight. Why are we trying to fly through it? You know, we could have gone around. It wouldn't have taken that much longer to go around. I know how quick this thing is. I mean, fast enough to easily get around. Do you know, we should have probably thought about this before flying through the people who are shooting at us. Go around it. Now, I still don't understand why we just flew straight through two people firing at each other. We saw them firing at each other. We thought, what was it? I mean, really, is it the wisest? I don't know, Sid. I don't like your judgment. I hate to say it, but that's some really poor judgment. Well, I'm going to end this episode here. I know it's a little shorter than my usual by about a little bit, but anyway, this is Shapeshifting signing out. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Next episode we'll deal with what happens in the castle, with the bad guys and all that, and the crystal. This is Shapeshifting signing out. See you next time.